All right, welcome to the first edition of Drew Pearson Live right here on Channel 8, ABC, WFAA. We're excited to be here. We're going to be here every Sunday at 11:30. This will be the last pregame show you'll see before a Cowboy game or an NFL game. So we're really excited to be here. Drew Pearson Live is coming back, and we're coming back bigger and stronger than ever. I got my whole crew coming back. First guest is somebody you're going to recognize right off, my quarterback. I can't start the show without my quarterback, none other than the great Roger Staubach. So, follow me downstairs and let's get this show started, okay? Hut, hut! Paul, Darren Wise, the Drew Pearson Live Band. Give them a hand, y'all. Yeah. Woo! All right, we got a special guest to kick off the first edition of Drew Pearson Live right here on Channel 8, ABC, WFAA, right here at Troy's Place at Texas Live. And we couldn't do my first show if I didn't have my first guest, my quarterback. I got to have my quarterback to make this work. He's a two-time Super Bowl champ, Super Bowl MVP, six-time Pro Bowl. Wow. Woo. Let's welcome our special guest for Drew Pearson Live, none other than the great number 12, Roger Staubach. All right. Pretty cool. I got my own band, huh?
They sound great.
You know, when people ask me best description of Roger Staubach, I say, well, as a football player, he's great and all that. But here's the deal. You have done more for former Dallas Cowboy football players that have played with the Cowboys, whether with you or after you or before you, than the Dallas Cowboys or the NFL Players Association for the things you do. You know, just to sign an autograph or a charity auction or make an appearance like this for Drew, your favorite receiver, and things like that. You do it all the time, and I hope you understand and know how much we appreciate that, okay, coming from you. So you're a special guy. We appreciate you taking the time to be part of the first Drew Pearson Live.
I'm a lucky guy to have so many great friends, too, though.
Yes,
so,
we are blessed, aren't we?
Even though you dropped that one, what game was that?
I don't remember that. Let's turn to the new Cowboys, or the current Cowboys, and its upcoming season against the New York Giants. I don't know how much you follow the team, but a lot of talk about Dak.
If you really look at what he has done, first of all, he didn't really have the support that first year, and he still performed in key games. He had a good record, and the other thing when I see in the paper the players talk about him, they love this guy.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't do it because they know that he doesn't. If they lose or something, he doesn't have an excuse. He's a leader, and he's one heck of a football player, and he's played really well in the fourth quarter in key situations, and it's a team deal. I mean, you got to get, and he is the leader of that team. I think he's one heck of a quarterback. So I feel he's going to continue to get better and better as Dallas gets better and better, and I think this year they've got a really good football team.
Absolutely. And, Dak reminds me a lot of you because it's not about the stats. It's about the only stat you cared about was winning and losing. And we did have a lot of success winning football games with that type of approach. And I think Dak is the same way. I don't think you ever led. You had quarterback ratings where you led the league and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
But yardage, touchdown passes, I don't think Dak will ever lead the league in passing yardage or touchdown passes, but he might lead the league in victories, and that's the most important thing.
He's a leader, and he's confident in himself. He's really a confident, really good football player. But you got to transfer that confidence to your teammates, and he's been able to do that. there's some quarterbacks that have a lot of physical skills, but they can't transfer that confidence.
Right.
And if it's a team sport, you gotta have a defense, you gotta have an offense, but you have to have that leadership, and you gotta have the people believe in you. If you're a leader, you got to have people believing in you, and Dak is that type of quarterback.
And I think they believe in him.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, they
Yeah.
certainly do. And he does all the right things. He says all the right things, and that's what you want your leader to project within
Right.
your football team. And speaking of leadership, what about the head coach? You know, we played with Coach Landry, and he was all present, omnipresent, and all that, and very much involved with the offense, defense, every aspect of the football team. What about Jason Garrett? Do you think he's the coach for the Cowboys?
Their record has been pretty decent, but he's got pressure on him. But I personally think Jason's a very fine quarterback, and he's an outstanding person. So I would love to see a successful year, period, and for Jason's sake also.
Yeah, I would too. I think he's the right guy, the personality and everything to work with the Joneses and still manage the football team and get victories. He's winning. You know, he went through that period of mediocrity, 8-8, 8-8 for 3 years in a row, but he seems to have turned it around. Remember, it's so difficult to coach in the NFL nowadays compared to when we played, because you know we were the same guys in the huddle for 8 years that I played with you, and same system. And a lot of times, even with Dak, how many quarterback coaches has he had, coordinators and stuff like that? That makes a big difference in that quarterback play.
Yeah.
Just like the Hail Mary. Coach Landry didn't call that play. Who called that play? The touchdown for the Hail Mary.
Well, you and I just
You
said,
called it.
yeah.
To pull out
That was a
games.
really a tough call too. I just basically said, everybody block, Drew, go deep.
Well, you knew where to set me on that right side of Nate Wright.
It was the catch, and you made a great move, and the ball. I mean, I intentionally tried to hit him on the hip.
Yeah,
and that's where I hit him. No, it wasn't a great throw. It just hit him right here he catches the ball on the hip.
Yeah.
And made that was a Hail
Well,
Mary
at
pass.
first it hit my
It wasn't
hands.
like this.
No, because I thought I had another gear. You throw it out and
Yeah.
catch it in the back of the end zone. But because you caught Paul Krause, by the time you brought it back to throw it to me, I was way downfield. I had done the turn in and takeoff by then. But even in making that move when Nate Wright fell down, all you Viking fans think I pushed him. Look at I won't push nobody. But anyway, he went down, and when I brought my arm around, the ball hit me in my hands. And that's how hard you throw it.
Yeah.
It went through my hands and stuck between my elbow and my hip, and that's how I caught the Hail Mary.
Well, this is the fun stuff we're talking about. Before that, it was 4th and 17. And he made one of the great moves and great catches to get us the first down to throw the Hail Mary pass. And when he caught the ball to get the first down, was 18 yards out of bounds, as Usher came up and kicked him in the ribs. Another fan threw a whiskey bottle in the field and hit the referee in the head.
Knocked him out.
Knocked him, and he's on the field. And so it just became, and Coach Landry, who never cussed. He was on the sideline, and I was standing almost right next to him. He said, "Oh man, we got to get the hell out of here." I said, "Coach."
First time.
But it was the circumstances that right before the Hail Mary and after the Hail Mary was amazing. It was such a big loss for Minnesota.
Oh, yeah,
and
they
you,
were
and
stunned.
you didn't push Nate Wright.
No, it was contact. We're playing football. I'm sorry, it was a little contact in football.
Yeah.
But he went down, and I made the catch. And the rest, as they say, is history. Because after the game, they asked you what was happening, and
Closed my eyes
you
and said
said
Hail
Mary.
Yeah.
And next day in the Dallas Times-Herald, remember that newspaper?
Yeah.
It says Cowboys win by a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
And from then it
The alley-oop,
took off.
the bomb, it all changed.
Yeah, because the Hail Mary was us.
1975. Yeah.
So they can't take that away from us. Anyway, well, before we let you go, we got to mention Mary Ann, your great wife, and she's been alongside of you all these years. How many years y'all been married?
Well,
If you lost count, okay.
Well, we've been married 53 years, but she just left me a couple weeks ago.
She just left you?
Yeah, she ran off with another guy.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Just kidding. On TV, people.
You see how quiet it got here? Hey, We got a scoop here.
I just wanted to see a few people were awake out there.
Man. You stunned everybody. I'm like, what do I say next after that?
Well, I'll tell you, I met her in the 4th grade. And
that's serious, right?
Yeah. And so we both grew up in Cincinnati, Ohio. 4th grade. We dated off and on in high school. So I went off to the Naval Academy, and she went to nursing school. And the next thing, we were letters going flying back and forth and everything. And so then all of a sudden the letters weren't flying back as much. And then I found out she was dating some doctor over at the hospital.
Is that right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that was just before the '63 season there. Mm-hmm. So I won the Heisman, and the letters started coming back.
She recognized you now. Said, "Oh, this guy might be somebody."
So we got engaged when I graduated and got married 53 years ago. Yeah.
And you got how many kids?
We have 5 children and 15 grandchildren.
And great-grandchildren.
And 3 great-grandchildren.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, Raj, I thought you could throw to me anytime. Hail Marys, over the middle, whatever. I'm going to get it for you. And all I used to say, Raj, call my name, I'll be there. Just like I called your name to be part of this show, and you were here. So we appreciate you taking the time to be with us.
Great.
My great quarterback, Roger Staubach. Give it up for him. All right, we'll be back with more Drew Pearson Live.
A lot of you already know who Mr. Lee is. He is a serial roofing entrepreneur.
Currently ranked number 27th as the largest roofing company in America, helping thousands.
It's about having the time to spend with your family. It's about being able to take the long vacations, to turn your cell phone off for a week if you want to not be up there on the roof working with your own hands.
You will benefit from the information and the actions that Lee can guide you towards.
Lee's been a great leader. We just love the team. We love Sky Diamonds. We love our RCA.
No better place to work, in my opinion.
Thank you so much, Lee Haight and Sky Diamonds University.
Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen,
My name's Lee Haight. I own a roofing company. Last year we did $46 million in revenue. And my purpose is to raise the status of the blue-collar entrepreneur.
Right on. D. Paul, Darren Wise, Drew Pearson Live Band. Give them a hand. They keep us moving, they keep us going. What a great segment we just had with the great Roger Staubach. Thank you so much, Roger, for being the first guest on Drew Pearson Live. And we got to keep the show going, keep it rolling. Let's talk about some Hail Mary moments. Since we just had the Hail Mary guy here, the Hail Mary combination, let's keep it going with Hail Mary moments. And the guy that will bring us Hail Mary moments each and every week, he's with us today, our entertainment guru, none other than the great Paul Southey. All right, Paul, good to see you, buddy.
How are you?
All right, you can tell we're on TV. You cleaned up today, man.
You look great too.
I got a feeling you've been to Adams, Alexander.
I have, right in the star. Look,
yes,
and you too.
They got us all clean and looking a little better than we normally look, huh?
You're not wrong.
Well, welcome, Paul. Welcome, man. Where you been as an entertainment guru? I know you travel all over the country and meeting all these great celebrities. What's going on? And tell us about the Hail Mary moments.
Oh, man. So we've been going all over the place to New York and LA. I've even gotten some in London and Paris.
Wow.
These Hail Mary moments go over so well with the stars because this is, as you know, the moment where your back's up against the wall. It's the moment in your life or career where you just have to go for it and it works out for you.
Right.
And all these people, they get asked the same questions all the time. And fair enough, everyone's gotten something to promote.
Right.
But this is the great moment where they actually have to think about it and go, oh, wow, good question.
Yeah.
But
they know right away what the Hail Mary is,
they know what
right?
it is.
Yeah.
We've had several people go, Hail Mary, Drew Pearson, number 88, Mr. Clutch. So it's pretty
cool.
Pretty exciting.
Cool. Yeah, so for our first episode of Drew Pearson Live right here on Channel 8, we got to come up with a big star. We can't come up with just anybody.
No, you got
Who we
Roger
kicking off this
Staubach.
I know, we got to follow that. Who we kicking off this show with Hail Mary moments?
That's right, we're kicking it off with John Travolta.
Woo!
Yeah. Woo.
Saturday Night Fever, baby.
Yes.
They know him,
Oh,
but
they know
they
it.
don't want to give their age away by cheering for the great John Travolta.
No,
right?
you know what? The thing is, John Travolta has maintained a great image, and he's also had great movies for years and years
Right,
now. So
yeah.
actually, I really don't think it matters how old you are. He's always got something interesting coming out. And this movie, oh my gosh, wait till you see it. This movie is called The Fanatic. Now, this is an interesting thing to talk to someone about because you've probably had some crazy fan moments.
Absolutely.
And of course, like
Every
everyone wants to meet their heroes, right? And a lot of people are cool and respectable, but every once in a while, someone tries to jump the fence, right?
Right.
And that's what this is about.
That's what it's about.
Yeah, so John Travolta actually plays the crazy fan, and he's had a little experience with this. You've never seen John Travolta quite like this, and this is a film that's directed by Fred Durst, who some people remember as the singer of Limp Bizkit. He's done a couple other films, but this movie is very, very strange. But you know what? John Travolta, man, Hail Mary moment. Wait till you see this Hail Mary moment. Not only that, he also has a great story, and I won't ruin it here, but I'll give you the idea that basically he had a bad experience himself.
So his Hail Mary moment, something that stuck with him and still sticking with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you're going to see it in this clip right here.
All right, well, here it is. Paul Salkman and John Travolta with their Hail Mary moment.
Well, congratulations on this film. We're so happy to have you back in Dallas.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's good to be here.
And you got to do a screening of the film, to see it in front of an enthusiastic audience, and all the fanatics came out for you.
Yeah, it was really wonderful. And I'm so proud of the movie, and so happy that it's having this effect that seems apparently very original to the viewer.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice to do something for the audience that is different for them than anything they've seen.
Yeah. Well, it's original to the viewer, but for you, you've probably had a couple of crazy fan experiences in your life, right?
Yeah, I've had a few, but they weren't, of course, like this, because this is, over the top to make it a thriller horror excitement.
You're on Drew Pearson Live. We always ask people their Hail Mary moments, the moment in their life or career where they just had to go for it and it worked out for them. What do you suppose that was for you?
Oh gosh, I had two. I think that Saturday Night Fever and Pulp Fiction were my two moments because they were opportunities to excel, but they demanded a level of performance that, it's a make or break performance. If you don't do it well, it'll be fine. It's just not going to take you to the next level.
Wow, Paul, what a great interview, man.
Thank you.
He's a big fan, and what an interesting Hail Mary moment.
It really is. And what a cool guy, too. I mean, it's exactly how you'd expect John Travolta to be. And he's exactly like how you saw him off camera, too.
Right on. This is what you're going to be bringing us each and every week
Every
here
week.
on
We
Drew
got some
Pearson
big ones
Live.
coming.
All right, there he goes, the great Paul Salkman. Give him a hand. Hood up.
All right.
The entertainment guru for Drew Pearson Live.
All right.
Hey, we're going to roll right into, check this out. We went over to Alan Alexandra over at the Star. They got us all hooked up. They're a big supporter of the show. Check this video out that we had when we were over there recently.
Before you educate the head, try to educate the heart.
Yes, looking forward to the visit. Thank you. The place looks great. Come on, get a feel of that. Going in. Deal with that. That's fine tuning. This takes it to another level, and you guys are really special. And the cool thing about it, you're right here at the Star. And if those current players were smart, they'd find their way here. They will. And get fitted up, you know. I want to thank the entertainment guru, Paul Salkman, for that Hail Mary moment. Let's keep the show rolling. And we got to get the fans' interaction here. And the way to do that is through social media. And we got a social media shark. And that's none other than Miss Jen Reed. Let's bring her out, guys. Woo! There if you come, make sure you get that walk. All right. Welcome to the show, Jen.
Thank you.
Looking great as always. Have a seat. All right, Jen, thanks for being a part of the show. Again, you know, you're part of the old crew from back in the day, and I'm glad to see you still part of the show, bringing us that information we need from social media. You are the social media shark, so you're interacting with fans out there. How are the fans reacting to the Cowboys for this upcoming season?
They want to know all about Drew. They want to know who, if you could choose, who you would pick as your quarterback in the current times.
Right now?
Right.
Well, always Roger Staubach's my quarterback.
Yeah,
Danny
that's
White, you too, buddy. Don't worry about it. You're the man too. But, you know, in today's game, I see the guys throwing the ball a lot. But you know what, the one guy that intrigues me more than anybody, he hasn't played one down of real NFL football yet, but he's played a couple preseason games. He's from up the road in Allen, Texas. He went to OU before then A&M, none other than Kyler Murray, you know? The way they run their offense, I figure I could catch a lot of passes if he's throwing the ball. And if he's throwing the ball, I know he's going to want to throw to the original 88. So I should be able to catch a lot of passes. But I think he's going to be a good quarterback in the NFL. He's undersized, but hey, this is a different NFL. And if he's got that strong throwing arm like he certainly has, I think he'll have success in the NFL. And we, even though we're Cowboy fans here, we got our eye on Kyler Murray because he's right there from Allen, right up the road from here.
Local guy.
So pretty cool guy. Anything else you got?
We've got all kinds of stuff. So they wanted to know about Walt Garrison.
Oh.
One fan wanted to know if he actually played with a broken collarbone.
Oh yeah, Walt was a tough dude. You know, one game he got a concussion. We know what it is now. We didn't know what it was then. We just got his bell rung. But anyway, the next day after that game, he was having severe headache. And so he said, well, only way to deal with that is get in the whirlpool. Well, you can't submerge your head, right? Well, Walt did submerge his head. And the only reason he was able to do it, because when he came into the locker, he brought a snorkel, all right? And he's in a whirlpool tub. It's only that big. And he's submerged in there. You see a snorkel coming out. He's breathing through that. That's how he got treatment for a head concussion. Wow. And Walt was one of my favorite Cowboys because when I came in as a rookie, you know, they just assign you to a locker. You don't get a choice, okay? Well, if the choice was in my hands, I would have picked where they put me because I was right next to Walt Garrison. And he taught me at that time what it took to be a pro. You know, I used to be complaining about this, he says, Drew, shut up. Nobody cares. Just be a pro, do your job, and go out there and play football. So Walt was a great teammate. He's still a great guy. And every time you see him, he's got that cowboy hat on. The only time he didn't wear that cowboy hat, when he was putting on the Cowboys football helmet, right on. He was one of the best teammates, number 32, Walt Garrison.
Y'all all played with grit. So that was a lot of the things I was getting feedback on, is that y'all played a different style. Y'all just went out there and played, and y'all were just tough.
And you're great too. And thanks for bringing all that social media info, all right?
I'm gonna keep
You're
trying.
gonna come in every week, right?
Every week.
That's our social media shark, all right? Give it up for Jen Reed, all right? And the show continues. Up next, Brady and Quinn Clayton, and they're going to bring some unique perspective to what's going on and make the show, Drew Pearson Live, even more unique. And we'll kick that off. Darren, you ready? All right, Drew Pearson Live Band.
Anna Ray.
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 I'm Anna Ray. As a realtor, I've helped people all over North Texas buy, sell, buying while selling. The common thread throughout every home sold is the lifestyle that goes along with it. It's my job to help you find the community, neighborhood, and home that fits your lifestyle like a glove. Welcome to the new realm of real estate.
We're the Claytons, Brady, Quinn, and our little baby Asher. We travel all over the US and the world going on crazy adventures.
We're taking Drew Pearson Live on the road across America as we see how Cowboys across the nation are excited for this Cowboy season.
Our first stop was the home of the Seahawks, Seattle, Washington. where we ran into some fans at a beach cookout on the coast.
All right, we are a couple miles from the Canadian border with a huge Dallas Cowboys fan.
That's right.
Bro, what are you looking forward to the most about Cowboy season coming up?
Super pumped, man. Super psyched for this season.
What are my homeboys? They're gonna kill it.
No, I'm really looking forward to Dak and Amari working together and kind of seeing how that plays out.
There are no Dallas Cowboys here. All they have are these funny sea chicken animals or something like that.
Jason Witten comes out of retirement. I would love to see that.
Who was the first person ever to catch a Hail Mary?
I really don't follow a whole lot of that.
Okay.
I don't know.
I would guess Jesus or something. I don't know.
Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth, baby. Babe Ruth. Did you hear that, Drew? Well, the Jesus of Dallas Cowboys is Drew Pearson, and
there
that would be the person to do that.
It was probably Drew Pearson.
Yes!
Yeah,
oh my
obviously.
God.
Cowboys, come to Washington.
Our next stop was the mighty redwoods in Northern California.
And while we were hiking, we came across these cute little hikers, identical twins. What are you most excited for in the football season this year?
I just like when you're together and you have friends. And food. And you're together.
Who caught the first Hail Mary in football?
Texas?
Drew Brees.
Yes.
It was Drew Brees. Tune in every week to see us feature Cowboys fans across Cowboy Nation, across America.
88 on 8. 88 on 8.
88 on 8.
88 on 8. Ooh.
What a great segment we have with Brady and Quinn Clayton. And man, they're going to bring some unique perspective to Drew Pearson Live. So they're a big part of the team, no doubt about that. We got a big part of the team too, because our sponsors are a big part of this too. Our title sponsor is Storm Your Way to 100K, Sky Diamond University. Thank you guys for your support. Adam, Alexander, hey, that's us, Paul, right?
Yeah.
They hooked us up. We want to thank them for their support. Also, Texas Live, we couldn't do it without you, Texas Live. So thanks for letting us be a part of this. And the man that makes it go all through Michael Nast Media, that's Michael Nast. We want to thank you as well. So thanks for tuning in and joining the show. We'll be right back here again next week. The Cowboy game is coming up in a couple hours. I'm predicting a Cowboy victory. This is a big game, an NFC East game. Back in the day when I played the New York Giants, man, we beat them just about every time. So this is going to be another victory for the Cowboys. I'm predicting the score to be this afternoon. Let's see, 38-20, Dallas victory. What do you think? All right? All right. Let's go hang out with D. Paul. All right, wrap this show up. And the only way we can wrap it up. All right. All right, that wraps up another Drew Pearson Live right here on Channel 8. Go Cowboys, here we go. Hut, hut.